Bryson Neal coming off his second win of the season. He was perfect on the Big Buck property this season. One he needed in a bad way in round number 5. Can he do it again and go back-to-back? GNCC on MAVTV starts now.
Are you ready to go GNCC Racing?
Hello and welcome to the 6th round of the 2021 GNCC racing season, presented by Specialized, an AMA National Championship. We are here for the Hoosier GNCC in my hometown, Crawfordsville, Indiana. I'm Mikey Waynes, and I'll be taking you through today's racing action. And of course, to get things started, we look at our Specialized race recap. Round number 5, action-packed. Snagging the early lead in the whole shot was Walker Fowler, but boy, did he have some company, and Chris Borich early on with this one. He was right there with him early on in this race. As the race wore on, though, Fowler able to separate himself from the pack, but not for long. Bryson Neal rolling into the number 2 position with Cole Richardson right behind him in 3rd place. And boy, these guys were all over Walker Fowler before too long in this one. Obviously, you see right there early in this one, a lot of Walker Fowler out front. But boy, B. Neal, he knew now is the time. It's been a season of feast or famine for him, and if he wants a chance at this 2021 National Championship here in GNCC, he's got to make it happen now. So Bryson Neal able to find his way out front, and boy, what a ride by Cole Richardson as well. Cannot take anything away from him. In fact, post-race interview with Cole Richardson, he said, I feel like I had the fastest machine out there. I just could not find a way around that man right there, Bryson Neal. So Neal eventually would get the job done, but boy, it was not an easy day for Bryson Neal. He had his work cut out with him with Cole Richardson, the Cole train, hooking up, and boy, making it a tough race, no doubt about that, there in South Carolina. Bryson Neal, by the way, of course, we raced at the Big Buck property in round number 1 to start the season. We went back there for the Tiger Run GNCC. So Bryson Neal right here, a couple more turns, and he's going to take the checkered flag. Stays perfect at the Big Buck property. Now, it's the Hoosier GNCC. Hey, we race here twice a year. Can Bryson Neal go 2 for 2 in Indiana? We had a chance to catch up with him after the race.
We're just so happy to get the job done here again at Big Buck. You know, today was a dry, fast, straight up, hot, dusty race, and man, these CST tires, Oka shocks, they were working phenomenal all day, and I'm just pumped. I'm so excited that we got this win, and hopefully keep on pushing forward to the next one, Ironman, and then on to our...
Well, Cole Richardson hung on for a second-place finish, and Walker Fowler rounded out the top 3. So our attention turns to round 6. The big question, can Bryson Neal make it 2 in a row and chip away at the points lead, which is right there in the hands of Walker Fowler. Bryson Neal poised, ready to go racing today, wants that win, but boy, that guy right there, I don't care who you are on row number 1, you won a national championship, you got to go through that man right there, Walker Fowler, and that is no easy task. So we are ready to roll here at the Hoosier GNCC. Ricky Towery with the waving of the green flag, and boy, it's looking like Walker Fowler out in front. It is. So Walker Fowler snagging the All Balls Whole Shot Award and the early lead. Boy, yeah, look at that. Hunter Hart getting wild with it. So Hunter Hart sitting in that number 2 spot. Good start for Hart in this one. Hart's seen some, well, he's had a good season so far. He's seen some podiums this season. Maybe he can get back up there today. Into the woods now, and Walker Fowler is in that number 1 position. Hunter Hart in 2nd, and Austin Abney, the 703 Action Off-Road backed machine, sitting in a podium position right now early. So good start for Austin Abney. He needs this one. He needs the confidence boost. And man, I got to think, if you're Austin Abney, anywhere you finish today, you got to feel good about a takeaway running with those guys up front. We turn our attention down to the start line again for the XC2 Pro-Am class. And the B&R Motorsports Whole Shot Award up for grabs, and that looks like the 451 Honda of TJ Barrett. So good start for TJ Barrett right there. Best start of the season, no doubt. Been a season of ups and downs for him, kind of like it has for Abney in the XC1. So big confidence boost here today for TJ Barrett. Coming into this one, his best finish of the season, and 8th place back in round number 4. So the XC2 off and rolling. We're going to check back in with the XC1 Pro class and see who is out in front. And I believe it is still Walker Fowler leading the way. It is. So there he is on screen. Walker Fowler out in front. Hunter Hart in the number 2 spot. And we believe Austin Abney still in that number 3 position as Walker Fowler looks over the shoulder right there and he says, hey, I see you, Hunter Hart. Let's do this thing. So Abney remains in that number 3 podium position. We'll see how long he can hang with these guys. Certainly has the home state advantage, if you will. But, boy, going to be a good one to watch here today. Walker Fowler out front. Hunter Hart second. Austin Abney in third. GNCC on MAVTV returns after this.
Coverage of the 2020 Grand National Cross Country Series on MAVTV is brought to you in part by Specialized Turbo E-Bikes. It's you, only faster. Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Get ready. And by Yamaha. Revs your heart.
Walker Fowler out front with Hunter Hart right behind him in the number 2 spot, and Devin Feehan sitting in the number 3 position. So fantastic start for Devin Feehan. Got to feel good sitting in that number 3 spot. He's had a season, like we said, some ups and downs for him. But, boy, this would certainly be a move in the right direction for Feehan. Little creek crossing right here. Walker Fowler first through. Slow, steady through the creek crossing. Both riders are. As a matter of fact, all of the XC1 taking their time through there. Nobody wanting to risk too much right there. But, boy, Walker Fowler remains out front for the moment. Hunter Hart, a lot of pressure on him. And I'm pretty sure I saw Bryson Neal there in third. I could have been wrong, but oh yeah, it had to be, because now Bryson Neal moves into the number 2 spot now. So Bryson Neal gets around Hunter Hart into the number 2 position, obviously drops Hunter Hart to 3rd, and maybe Devin Feehan back to at least 4th. Not 100% sure right now, but boy, the heat or the pressure is on Walker Fowler right now, as he has not just got Hunter Hart behind him. Bryson Neal's in between those guys, really putting the pressure on, coming up into that rear wheel right there. So Bryson Neal, just when we were thinking before commercial break, man, where's he at? He's going to have to make his move. He's got to get the axe out and chip away at that points lead that Walker Fowler has on him this season if he wants a shot. We come back from commercial and Bryson Neal says, hey, here I am. Let's do this thing. So those three sitting 1, 2, 3 right now. Fowler out front. Right behind him, Bryson Neal. In the number 3 spot is Hunter Hart. And boy, we got ourselves a barn burner here at the Hoosier GNCC. And how about it? Bryson Neal now with the pass. Don't blink your eye. Now Neal trying to put a gap. Hunter Hart around Walker Fowler now. So Fowler goes from 1st to 3rd place. And he's playing catch-up with these guys. Still very, very tight cluster of riders right there in mile marker number 3. But, boy, how about that? So Bryson Neal wasting no time. He said, man, I cannot let Walker Fowler run away with this one. Got to get up there and push. That's exactly what he's doing right now. And, boy, Hunter Hart, what a ride out of that young man. Refuses to let Bryson Neal out of his sights. By the way, if you didn't know, Hunter Hart runs a twist throttle. That's right. Kudos, Hunter Hart. Little shout out right there. Little GNCC fun fact for you. Walker Fowler sitting right there in the number 3 spot. And I got to say, Walker Fowler not looking too comfortable right there. Maybe something going on. Hey, we've got more than just ATV racing at the GNCCs. That's right. The EMTB racing side of GNCC held its 3rd round of the season. And I believe, I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I believe we were just shy of having the largest turnout we have ever had in GNCC history of the EMTB racing. So, boy, If you haven't had a chance to check these out, to get involved in it, do yourself a favor, look into it, and get yourself signed up. I guarantee you there's a class out there for you if you make it to a GNCC. And boy, we had some history at the Hoosier GNCC. Nick Mackey with a photo finish right in front of Charlie Mullins right there. Grabbed his first XC1 championship win. The Florida man right there getting it done. Solid guy, Nick Mackey. And boy, welcome to GNCC Racing. We'll be right back. Well, the youth ATVs took to the Ironman property in Crawfordsville, Indiana, for their race early this morning. That's right, we open up Saturday mornings with a little youth ATV racing action at the Ironman GNCC. And grabbing the early lead was the Hoosier native, the 333 of Brody Lee. How about that? Look at that form. Did that not look clean? Brody Lee, Indiana native, coming into that one. Had a couple of wins under his belt, but boy, a win at the national level is something special. But there's just something about doing it, getting the job done in your home state that makes it that much sweeter. And boy, look out for this young man. Not necessarily new to the world of GNCC, but the success is new for him this season on the row number one level. We had a chance to catch up with Brody after the race.
I had a whole shot, and then I was leading all first lap, and then I got turned around in the creek. I went the wrong way, and then I think 3 kids got past me. Then they got in a bottleneck, then I got around it, and then I just pushed from there, and Tavin came up on me. I saw him, so then I just pushed as hard as I could and came out on top.
Well, again, a big congratulations to Brody Lee on the win at the Hoosier GNCC, as well as Tavin Cook and Harrison Lindsay, your second and third place riders. Fantastic ride out of them as well. We go back to the pros now, and into the VP Racing Fuels Pro row is Bryson Neal, getting some freshies, some fresh goggles, getting a little fuel and some rehydration, and he is back out there ripping and rolling, still out in front. You saw him on screen right there, and there is Hunter Hart in the number 2 spot. Walker Fowler, where are you? There he is. So Walker Fowler, little gap in between second and third right now, but nothing that man right there cannot overcome. Again, like I mentioned shortly before the break there, Walker Fowler not looking real comfortable on the machine, so didn't really do anything extra in the pits. So not really sure what's going on. I'm sure we'll get a chance to talk to him after the race and get his input on it, but like we mentioned earlier, just doesn't look that comfortable on the machine. So we'll see. We'll see how things end up. The guy's got a lot of wins under his belt. He knows how to get the job done, but boy, as soon as I say that, boy, we've got a big gap now between second and third place of second place of Hunter Hart and third place of Walker Fowler. So Fowler trying to do what he needs to do to catch back up with those guys. But boy, talk about a gap now. Bryson Neal still out in front. Hunter Hart still in the number 2 spot. And I got to say, Hunter Hart, boy, he's still got a shot in this thing. He is right there with him. Neal, let's talk about him for a second. Coming into today, 2 wins under his belt and a second place finish. But boy, he's got 2 rounds where he produced an 11th place finish. That would be in round number 2 and round number 4, where he finished 11th. So those 2 races, no doubt, he wants to have those back. But hey, it is what it is. It's all got to be grind from here on out for Bryson Neal. He's got to start clicking off wins if he wants a chance to catch up to Fowler, who sits first place as far as the points chase is concerned. Now, in that same breath, Hunter Hart sitting second place right now. Hart started the season, he had 2 podiums in a row. Next 3 rounds finished just off the box. So he's not been getting a lot of that media attention the last 3 rounds. But make no mistake, he is gone from a good rider last year in the XC1 to a great rider here in 2021. Young man, he has put in the work, and it is clear on race day. And I got to think that no matter where Hunter Hart finishes this season, this is the year he's going to look back and say, that is the year I truly started believing, hey, I am a contender now. Not next season, it's now. Now I can be that guy. There is zero doubt that this young man is going to be a championship threat for years to come. So, saw on screen there, riders starting to get into some lap traffic. Bryson Neal still out in front, and now Neal looking like he is putting a little gap on Hunter Hart. So Bryson Neal with a good little gap between him and Hunter Hart got about the same gap in between him and Walker Fowler back in the number 3 position. At least that's what we saw a moment ago, and believe that to still be the case there. So Bryson Neal on screen right there doing what he needs to do. He gets oh, how about that? Well, how's that for timing? One of our riders getting lapped right there. He saw the camera, Racer TV camera. He said, hey, what's going on? And then you see him turn his head real fast and says, hey, I thought that guy was pretty loud. That is Bryson Neal. That is a leader. I'm going to move out of the way so he can get around. So that's right. More than just your pro riders out there at a GNCC race. We have A riders out there as well as our B riding classes out there at the same time as these guys. So they're tremendous athletes as well. But these XC1 Pro guys gets to a point, in a 2-hour race, you're going to get into some lap traffic. Just another thing that these pro guys have to traverse throughout a race day. So, boy, big gap right there between Bryson Neal and Hunter Hart. Big gap between Hart and Walker Fowler. Thinking about that gap between Hunter Hart, who is sitting in the number 2 spot, and Bryson Neal, who's out front. Looking like that is about a 45-second gap right now. So Bryson Neal with a little bit of breathing room. But, boy, if we know anything about Neal, he don't care about that. He said, it's not enough breathing room. I want a minute. I want 2 minutes. I want all I can get. Can Bryson Neal go back-to-back here today? GNCC returns to Crawfordsville, Indiana, right after this.
Coverage of the 2020 Grand National Cross Country Series on MAVTV is brought to you in part by Specialized Turbo E-Bikes. It's you, only faster. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, get ready. And by Yamaha, revs your heart.
Bryson Neal leads the Hoosier GNCC, looking for his 2nd win in a row, his 3rd win of the season. We'll see if he can make it happen right here. And, boy, things are shaking up back there. That's right. Walker Fowler now into the number 2 spot. Little position swap between him and Hunter Hart, who now moves to the number 3 position. So, Walker Fowler says, hey, if I can't have first, I'm going to go get 2nd. Hunter Hart better turn it on if he wants to hang on to that number 2 position. It's starting to slip away from him now as Bryson Neal looking smooth through the Ironman property and should be coming in here for a checkered flag in a moment. There is Walker Fowler on screen, or excuse me, Bryson Neal on screen right there, getting around some lap traffic. And there is Walker Fowler. Was thinking we were panning back right there. But, boy, Walker Fowler right there in that number 2 spot now with a little bit of breathing room between him and Hunter Hart, albeit not much. 1 lapped rider in between them. We'll see how it shakes down. But right now, Bryson Neal coming in for the checkered flag. And that will be his 2nd win of the row and his 3rd win of this 2021 season. So getting it done here at the Hoosier GNCC. Had a chance to catch up with him after the race.
Yeah, man, we had those 2 tough breaks, and we took it on the chin, and we said, you know what, we're going to come back and try to keep the same mindset that we had before that stuff happened, act like it never did. And, we was able to get the win last race. We got the win today, and the next race is our hometown in Athens, Ohio, and, man, we're looking forward to it. We can't wait to get there. Got a 2-week break, I'm going to go home, put in a lot of work, and try to get 3 in a row, try my best.
Well, congratulations to Bryson Neal. Walker Fowler was able to hold off Hunter Hart for the 2nd place finish, and we had a chance to check in with a frustrated Walker Fowler after the race.
Tried a completely opposite setup of last race because I really missed it and didn't help. So, like I said, I'm just frustrated. It's I'm riding good during the week and I'm getting good shape, but it feels like my shoulders are out of place trying to steer this damn thing, and I don't know what it is. It's like I said, it's just frustrating. So I kept it on the track. I crushed a Nerf bar. I did finally find a tree, but luckily I was able to deflect off of it and keep it trying to go down the track. It doesn't like going down the track. So I think I want to ask Bryson if he'll trade me quads or something, because I think this quad's rooting for the wrong team.
So there's our answer on Walker Fowler. Still managed a second place, though. Solid day, all things considered. And, of course, Hunter Hart finished the day in the number 3 position. Solid day for him as well. We caught up with Hunter Hart after today's race.
Yeah, no, that was good. I was joking with you before and Jordan when you said, yeah, who knows if the first 2 were a fluke, and like to say they weren't. And no, it was good. We checked off another box. We had a great start. We were second behind Walker. Bryson got around us. We rode on third. Then we were second there for a couple laps as well. And then, yeah, we ended up that last lap. We were struggling a little bit. I was joking with Walker, and I go, hey, Walker, if this whole racing thing's not for you, the towing business is, because he definitely threw me a tow rope that last lap and drug me to the finish, which was nice. It was solid day.
Well, taking a look at the Specialized race recap, it was Walker Fowler out front early with the whole shot in the early lead. The numero uno looked like bad news bears for the rest of the XC1 pack, but hang on. Things changed up quick. Early on, it was Walker Fowler out in front. Hunter Hart in the number 2 spot. And how about it? The Hoosier native, Austin Abney, in the number 3 position early. What a confidence boost that's got to give to him, being able to hang with those guys early in this one. As the race wore on, Walker Fowler out in front for the moment. The Bidwell Bullet, though, on the move. Moved into the number 2 spot ahead of Hunter Hart, ahead of Austin Abney, and before long, it was Bryson Neal who found himself out front. Hunter Hart was able to get around Walker Fowler. Walker Fowler spent much of the day there in that number 3 position. At times, honestly, Walker Fowler did not look comfortable on the machine. You heard the post-race interview. We got the answer on that one. He wasn't comfortable on the machine today. Still managed to catch up to the rear wheel of Hunter Hart and eventually make a pass on Hunter Hart to finish in that number 2 spot. But boy, a frustrating day, to say the least, for Walker Fowler. And a ecstatic day of excitement for Bryson Neal, who ended up finishing with his 2nd win in a row, which is what he's got to do this season. He's got those 2 11th place finishes that are still, they're going to haunt him for a while. If he can keep clicking off wins like he did here today, he's going to have a shot in this thing, but that's what he's got to do. But hey, the important thing is he got it done today. He did what he needed to do. The Bidwell Bullet snagging his 3rd win here in 2021. What a ride by him. Congratulations to Hunter Hart on a solid ride, a podium finish here today. And it was a good one here at Ironman Raceway. We'll be back for the Ironman this fall. That's going to do it for us. I'm Mikey Waynes. We'll see you at the races.